I love this man's work in Deadwood as Sheriff Bullock, and then Deputy U.S. Marshal Raylan Givens in Justified, and back for a second season with Drew Barrymore on Santa Clarita Diet, available for streaming on Netflix starting tomorrow. Good to see you, Tim Olyphant, sir.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, come on, man. I have your bracket in my hands. If there is a Sharpie straight line for a bad one, and then a highlighted good one, straight line for a good one, I mean, the left side of your bracket.
It's not madness. It's March.
Right. I know that's the bad part. But you only got you only got 4 wrong in the East and Midwest combined.
Thank you. And I had San Diego, by the way. I hope you give me some credit. They lost by 2.
They
over
did.
There.
No, that doesn't work that way. Sorry.
But come on.
It does not work that way. If you lose by 1, you lose
Horseshoes.
by. It's like you lose by 20 or something like that. But thank you for taking part in this once again. Now,
I tried to get into it. Now I'm favoring the walkout. I'm favoring. I've changed my tune. I'm very anti-NCAA. It's a racket.
So you've gone from bracket to racket.
It's a racket.
You just removed the B.
Yes, that's what it's become.
Good to see you, bud.
It's good to be seen. Thank you. Thanks for being here.
You bet.
Thanks for being here.
No. I have no choice but to be. But it's good to have you here.
Is there ever a day you just don't show?
Do you?
He just blew right past that question.
No.
He ran right through it.
Right through it.
I did.
You have sick days?
Are you? No. Have I been?
No.
But that's
because
like
you
Fight
know,
Club. We don't talk about it.
You know I'm here. I'm here for you.
Now you did sports talk radio, right?
I did on a punk rock radio station.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So what was the name of this show on the punk rock radio station?
Well, it was the morning show on Indy 103 here. Joe Escalante, my good friend Joe Escalante, bass player for the Vandals, the great Southern California punk band. He did the morning show. David Lynch did the weather.
You mean the director?
That's the one.
Are you serious?
That's the one.
Like Twin Peaks did.
He did the weather.
Come on.
Here's the catch.
Was it always dark and gloomy?
He was a catch. He only did the weather for the moment that he was speaking. They didn't understand it. This is totally true. He would call in and he would say, "This is David, with the weather," and then he'd say, "Right now it's very wet and gray, and the thought of the day." And he'd give the thought of the day,
And then there's Dennis
Fountains sound rich. And then that was it.
And then Dennis Hopper's in the background with an oxygen mask, threatening not to have anybody look at him. I know.
Right? Such a good movie.
Fantastic. Little Blue Velvet reference.
Yeah, and then I came on, I did sports.
Well, what were you like as a sportscaster? Were you?
It was hard to explain, but Joe and I found it endlessly entertaining. And
okay.
But on the other hand, that radio show is no longer on the air.
Well, everything else worked out for you.
I did a lot of. I tended to have the newspaper in my hands, and I would just read from the paper.
Oh, okay.
Or what I remembered.
So how accurate was
that? So we would say it was a daily, same thing, daily routine. It was and it just didn't, wherever I was, I would just call in. So if I were here right now, I'd call, I'd say, I just got to quickly call in, and I'd get on my phone and I'd call in. I'd say, it was always the same shtick. I'd say, "Good morning, Joe." and then we'd chat for a second. Then I'd say, "Let's talk sports." And then I'd go, NBA basketball, Clippers win. And then he'd say, "What happened?" I was like, "I don't know, but I was at the gym." And I'm just thinking yesterday, I was at the gym. I saw it. They're playing Milwaukee. They play Milwaukee? This is literally this is literally how it would go. I think they're playing Milwaukee. And if I remember correctly, I know they were winning when I was on the elliptical. So let's just put it down in the win column. And then I'd be like, and then I'd go, "NCAA basketball. It's bullshit," and then on to tennis. And then I go, just whatever. You could do no wrong.
It sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit.
I don't know what it was, but what was fun about it was that it could be whatever we want. It could be, to me, it was like some sort of ridiculous creative outlet of some bizarre. But what was lovely about it is that in the end of the day, you could just be informative. And we could talk about whatever we wanted. I mean, I could open up with, I'd call him from Eastern Europe and just be like, our top story, Greco-Roman wrestling. And we just talk about, wrestling in Eastern Europe. It was fun. And then we'd say, and that, my friend, is sports. And we'd close it up. And if I didn't give him any information, he often would try to fill in some gaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like me to do that right now? I mean, we could attempt to do that. For instance,
please.
Well, because I think, if you don't mind me saying,
Yes.
Timothy Olyphant here on the Rich Eisen Show, your memory about where you finished in last year's bracket tournament here.
I believe I won it.
It's a tad fuzzy.
I believe I won it.
It's a tad fuzzy.
First of all, and let this be a lesson to any of the kids at home that are going into anything, whether it be business or certainly sports.
Yeah.
Short memory, sometimes the key to success. You know what I mean? You just got to move on. Take 3 steps. That point's over. We move on. And as far as I'm concerned, I won. Now, what did you want to talk about?
Okay, well, congrats, champ. Thanks for coming back here.
And I'm winning now. What the hell happened to Arizona?
Great question.
And that Xavier thing. Okay, I was in, listen, big shot here, so forgive me, but I was in Asia at the time.
Yes.
And all I read,
by the way,
was there were some controversial calls. Basketball.
So that made it there? Was it the Tim Olyphant of Southeast Asia giving that sports report?
Let me tell you something.
I don't know how
Let me tell you something. Anybody here from the NC2A listening, Thailand is pissed. Okay?
Headline.
Because if they didn't know about it, they do now because I told them. And they were
You did?
They were riveted.
How many of them?
How many of them?
A handful?
Listen, man, they're very passionate. It's a lovely country.
By the way, I have no idea what happened to Arizona. I think most everybody is wondering what happened to Arizona. But you had Arizona as a Final Four team. That
I'm
guy
telling you,
Brown
man.
had him all the way.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Game.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the NC2A. If I had done well in the bracket, we wouldn't be going down this road, but I didn't. So I just right now, the NC2A, as far as I'm concerned, that system. Did I read today something about instead of one and done, 2 and none? What the hell's going on?
2 and none.
Did you read about this?
No.
You're a wealth of information. I figured I could just drop anything.
I was on the elliptical.
Oh, my God. You know about some kid in San Diego that's going to do a pro day today in the rain?
No. Well, by the way, I'll tell you. That kid is Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Johnny.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That was the tease. Because he knows, how to make it in the rain.
Yeah.
You see where I was going with that?
Yeah, no, I see it.
Now, the story that Tim's referring to is the Big East Conference has recommended replacing one and done with a 2 or none policy.
What does that mean?
In college basketball.
You got to
It
come
means
for
you
2 or not at all?
you either go high school straight to the pros,
Yes.
or you commit to 2 years to college.
Yes.
Right.
Which I'm sorry, but what the hell's going on with the? I don't get it.
Now-
How's that helpful to the kid?
I don't understand.
I don't understand how that helps a kid.
But that just means you've got to come for more than 1 year. That's essentially what that means.
That's just another way of saying you can't leave here to go make money. And
yeah, that's right.
I don't get it.
Make us money for 2 years.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I don't get why these kids can't make as much money as they possibly can while they can. I don't get it. Don't get me started.
Looks like we have.
Let me tell you something. I see on your monitor there, they just showed Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Every team needs a little something to put them over the edge.
Okay.
And Kentucky there with their cool white checkerboard, and they got kind of that retro 80s, like starting leaning into the kid and play look, some of them, the thing. They just need one little thing to put them over the edge.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
It's a shoe.
If they go out wearing those sneaks,
The Vans?
they're going to win the whole thing. Don't you think? That's all they need.
By the way, have you come with production value?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm prepped.
I had no idea they were going to put like a photograph of a shoe.
We just came up with that.
What do we call these?
Oh, those
Chris,
are,
you're our shoe
those
expert.
are Vans
Those
high
are
tops.
Way to go, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is right there. Those are Vans.
I don't
How
really
do you
think
not
they
know
offer
those are
much
Vans?
support,
I don't
though.
know.
What did you?
I don't.
Did you not have a childhood?
I did have a childhood, but I didn't lace them up like that.
Really?
Timothy? Yeah.
You didn't?
No.
You weren't out there on the ramp?
That's why I talk for a living.
You weren't stealing?
I realized very early on I'd have to talk for a living.
You weren't on the ramp? You weren't out with your buddies stealing wood from the construction site to build the ramp?
No.
No?
No.
No?
Because is it, by the way, the answer to that question is I was wondering what ramp you were referring to.
Oh, wow. Wow. Really?
So you come with, what other production value? Why are we, now we're showing me falling off of a skateboard when, by the way, of all people that I fall in front of a skateboard.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Do you see who I'm falling in front of?
Yes, I do.
The greatest of all time.
Yep.
The GOAT himself.
He was even shocked by it. Did you see how surprised he was that you went down?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Are you going to put on ice skates later?
What do you know? Definitely not with Adam Rippon coming. We don't have any ice skating here either. And nor is Tony Hawk walking out. So
let me tell you that
what other production value do you have here? You have others, or is this it?
Oh, now I've disappointed you.
No, I'm just wondering what else you got in the Timothy Olyphant bag of tricks, man.
Go blue.
Okay.
They get you back on my side?
I'm nervous, man.
You're nervous?
I am, because I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
And that's beyond the ordinary.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see them in person. So if they lose, I feel like it's going to be
I know. I feel
my
for
fault.
you.
Are you superstitious?
If I go, it's to stage a boycott. I'm going to try to get the kids a boycott.
By the way, that would be an odd thing to
just
do.
Be out there
with your spare time.
If I'm out there, just saying, guys, don't go on the court.
Get paid.
Time is now. Powerful. Join together. Let's go.
Get paid.
Yeah.
Do that starting tomorrow.
Turn around, look at your coach. What's he making? Sit down, everybody. We're out of here. We're all walking.
That would not be good.
Wouldn't go
Now
well.
you're definitely getting me nervous on that front. Are you superstitious at all?
No.
At all? Never? Even when you were an athlete, getting ready for...
I like that I was an athlete.
No, I know. I've got production
When's my
value
pro day?
too. I've got production
you got footage
value
from my pro day?
Let's take a look at Timothy Olyphant. There you are, back in your USC days. Very Sam Darnold looking.
Let me
there,
tell you
man.
something else. That's not even me.
That is you.
That couldn't be me.
Wow, radio audience. He looks just like Sam Darnold.
I was a big kid. By the way, put me out there on the field. I'll make it look good too. With Sam, his pro day.
Yeah.
With the guys are fake running at you.
You could spin it in the rain, right? That way?
That's movie making. That's what you do.
That's right.
You rehearse
it's a stunt double. You wouldn't have a stunt double? You would get out there?
Of course. What are you talking about? Yeah. Come on. I'm not done yet.
I love that.
By the way, USC, they're not even in the tournament.
I know.
I feel like I only put Arizona going deep because, it's a Pac-12 thing. I want to root for the Pac-12. Having been an SC guy.
Wrong year to do that.
Wrong. When is it the right year?
I know.
When is it the right year for the Pac-12 to go deep?
Yeah, well, they even lost the second round of the NIT tournament. Did you miss that in Southeast Asia? The ties didn't inform you of that information.
I still have a whole day today.
Yes,
and you're just trying to ruin it.
I'm trying not
right here this morning. I thought your job is to wake people up and make them happy.
Yes.
Inform them and give them a little pep in their step to start their day.
Don't hate, congratulate. You're right.
You know what I mean?
I should live that.
You see that image of you? You see that image of you running?
Yes.
Why don't you put me right underneath it, just trampling on me?
Yeah, guys in the back, you want to get on that?
Yeah, get on that. I'd like to take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about your show.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate you doing that.
And also,
we're very proud of it. It's very funny.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Thank you.
Santa Clarita diet.
That's right.
And then you know what I'm going to ask about too, right? About another show that you used to do, and how it's going to come back.
We're doing our best. I'm giving it the old
about Deadwood for really.
Yeah, and when I was about to say to give it the old college try, but
no, you're boycotting. Okay,
we're boycotting.
All right, Timothy Olyphant.
Giving it the old college try means we're all screwed and.
Not getting paid.
No one's getting paid.
Okay, very good. Timothy Olyphant is here. When we're back, we'll discuss that and get ready for Adam Rippon and more here on this busy Thursday show.
Nobody's telling those ice skaters they can't make money.
All right, welcome back. Timothy Olyphant still hanging out here. Season 2 of Santa Clarita Diet. We just saw a clip. TV audience just saw a clip. It starts streaming on Netflix tomorrow, Friday the 23rd. So ask the poll question of Tim before we glide into television shows. Go for it.
Yeah, Tim, which favorite most likely to survive the March BS weekend?
Nice.
Villanova, Kansas, Duke, Michigan, Kentucky. No Xavier on the list.
The shoes, no, just remove the shoes.
Is Kentucky going to wear the shoes?
Do we know
if Kentucky puts on those white, even if just Nike, they can mock it up. You know what I mean? Come up with the checkerboard. Vans can't have that'll put them over the edge. Every team needs a little something. It's one game. Anyone can win. You just need a little edge.
Removing footwear from the equation. Who do you think? Removing footwear from the equation.
Makes it very difficult.
I don't mean to box you in, Tim. I don't mean to box you in. What do you think?
Michigan.
Oh my gosh.
Is probably of all the favorites, that will get through. I mean, true favorites. Oh my God. Michigan being one of the favorites.
Stop saying that.
They should win.
They should win. I mean, they should win.
I feel like Michigan for sure.
Right.
If I had to just slide all my chips,
all of them, right to the
that
middle
way.
of the table.
You wouldn't even
and if I had to put them on over there, and you would carry them for me. If I could put all my chips, I'd give them to you to put onto Michigan.
Not right.
23% Michigan, 33% Villanova, most likely to survive the weekend. Okay. Duke 27%, Kentucky 9%, Kansas 8%.
So I guess they don't think that Kansas 8%. Nobody's on Kansas.
If you look at my side of the draw, I think I do have Villanova going all the way through.
You do,
yes. Which
over Duke. You have Villanova over Duke, and by the way, you had Clemson. You have Clemson over Kansas here.
I'm going to win this thing back to back.
Be a difference maker.
Defending champion.
You have Texas Tech and Clemson as Elite 8 teams.
I'm telling you.
Do you have a crystal ball on the set of Santa Clarita?
It's called the Magic Darts.
Oh,
the Magic Darts. That's what I throw. I throw the Magic Darts.
So Santa Clarita Diet Season 2. You and Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
You guys are having fun. We just saw a
clip
of it. It's a unique family sort of.
I'm telling you, it's
comedy in a way.
It's about a marriage. Mm-hmm. It's about a marriage. It's if the blood and all that stuff, if you enjoy that, then you're great, you're good. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
For what?
You know, when you know of like what you gotta do to make a marriage work.
Got to put in the blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
You're talking about. It's about think of it this way.
Yes.
You're in a long-term relationship. And your wife has decided to make some drastic changes in her life. And that can be stressful. It can cause, a lot of upheaval.
Especially if she's undead.
And people need to make sacrifices in order to make the relationship work. And that, I think, America can understand and identify with. Because it comes from here.
It does, from the heart.
Right?
That you rip out and eat.
It's smart and funny, but there's a lot of... here.
A lot of the feels.
And I watched the show, and I dare you to tell me otherwise.
Okay. And you can watch it again, Season 2, ready for streaming tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
All right. So
that's fantastic.
Scale of 1 to 10. The possibility of another Deadwood is, with 10 meaning you're cursing an iambic pentameter again, and 1 is it's never going to happen. What do you have?
Look, I tell you what, it's certainly closer to being a reality than it's ever been. And that being said, I still continue to say it's very hard to get people together for a barbecue that lasts an afternoon, let alone to get everyone together for a production that lasts a month or two.
Is that another metaphor of saying David Milch is not writing it?
No.
Is he writing it?
There's pen's been put to paper.
There is a script. It exists.
There are
words.
There are words, and they're lovely.
They're spectacular.
They're spectacular. We got to do something about those wheels.
Can
the audience hear that?
Again,
can they hear that at home?
So a can of peaches has been opened on the script.
Oh, first of all, God bless you for caring. Number one.
Caring? Are you kidding me?
I know. It was a special thing. It was fun to be a part of it. But I really do appreciate it. So everyone does.
And the minute we have left then, I mean, what do you think? Yeah, no, we're up against it. The hard out of the radio hour is about to hit. But what do you have?
No, I'm telling you that I just want you to know.
Yeah.
And the people watching at home, you tell me if I'm lying. I'm doing everything I can to make it a reality, and it is closer to being a reality, and I hope it works out.
Movie or TV? Movie?
Well, no, it would be on. I don't know what anything is anymore, but it would be on HBO.
So it would be a TV show, or it would be a 2-hour movie on. That's what I'm just saying. What's the format?
By the way, not to get confused, Santa Clarita Diet on Netflix.
I know.
We
showed the clip. We talked.
Yeah, no, we talked. It
streams tomorrow.
No, it's good. Okay. So it would be whatever it is, whatever that animal is, and these are conversations. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a movie. I don't know if it's multiple episodes. These are things that it's a process.
Thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.